Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I am having a coffee granita. It's just coffee and some cream in there, and so I'm doing a liquid, all liquid fast, no solid food. So I'm doing a keto coffee to add some fat. And anyway, my name is Laura Lee. Welcome back to my channel, and so glad you came and stopped by. And so I'm excited. Let me move that there. I'm excited because it's day 3, and about the afternoon from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., I did start feeling like I haven't had any food. Um, Not so much fight or flight, but just I haven't had any food, and it's an awkward feeling to feel that. So I just wanted to come on here and let you know that day 1, I lost 8.6 pounds. Day 2, I gained 4 pounds. And you're probably saying, wow, what happened? How did you do that? And is it good or is it a bad thing? And I say simply, it's an okay thing. It's not a desired result, but it is an okay thing because that's the way, everybody's body is different. It's just simple as that. Everybody's body is just different. So I need to wait it out, stay the course, and keep going because tomorrow should be a phenomenal day. I feel great already. I'm able to move around a lot better without feeling like pain because I have, like, I went from being very active to very sedentary and with work and everything. And so it requires me hours and hours and hours at the desk, at the computer. And it's kind of like a health hazard, if you're not going to be able to get up and get out. And so we got to recreate, and rethink how we do things. So I decided to end this evening on day 3 having a coffee, and so I'm doing very well. I'll continue to do 2 more days as long as my body is okay with doing it. You have to pay attention. So if you are like, yeah, I'm gonna do this 5-day fast, or you're gonna do this 7-day fast, or you're gonna do a 21-day fast, and let's say your body's just not feeling it, you have to make that executive decision whether or not you're going to choose to eat something so you can feel better. Okay, so if you're fasting, or if you're used to fasting, if you're thinking about fasting, okay, and for some reason you feel like now you've put it out there, and sometimes people put things out on YouTube or social media for accountability, and then what happens is they end up not keeping to that public goal. I'm going to say that public goal. So what will happen is they'll either stop making videos and they'll feel really guilty, and then that's like an excuse for a mad full binge. And I mean, I can't say that I haven't done it. This is like years ago. And so that's why I never really put a video out there, because you are out there, you are supposed to do what you say you're going to do, and it makes it very tough when you don't. But if you fall, if you fail, in which case I know I will, but at this moment I'm just not not saying that I'm failing. I'm moving forward. So I'm keeping to my 5-day at this moment. I'm on day 3, and I believe that tomorrow I'm going to have what they call a swoosh. It's where you have your body's basically made up of water, and your fat cells are made up of water. Okay, and your body needs like water at some point to live, to thrive. And and through that, when you actually take in water, you're helping to create like buffer in your body, especially with electrolytes, all the micronutrients that you need to have for your body. And so, our bodies are very complex, but it's meant to like heal itself. It's meant to take care of itself. And by any means, this is like just for me talking to you. But if you're going to change your eating habits, if you're going to take anything that I say and apply anything, just know you need to consult your physician. You need to talk to your doctor if this is okay, especially if you're diabetic, borderline diabetes, uh, diabetic, um, gallbladder surgery, you know, um, gastric bypass, anything at all. Whether you're great shape or whether you're not, it's always a good idea to consult your physician. Most people don't because they figure, well, it's either they're going to lose weight and get healthier or stay the same or gain weight and become diabetic or Lord knows what else, right? So everything in stride. And my whole thing is I want to feel better. I want to get better. I want to do better. And I know that I can. And I'm right now, I'm not so technically inclined with the video and the all kinds of photography, technical side of it, but I am learning. And it's funny because, I can do public speaking, I can do speaking in general, I can do trainings in front of a group, in front of a, huge crowd. When it comes to talking about myself, it's where it's like, in front of the camera on YouTube, where I know that a lot of people are going to end up watching it. It's kind of like, and it's kind of like talking to myself. So, because when you're on live, there's no one else around, it's super quiet, and you're trying to talk to the camera, you try to warm up to the camera, and then the fact that it's so frustrating that I can't figure out how to do the edit. So I, so I'm just, I grin and bear it. I wish I could. I tried fast forwarding and other stuff on my videos, and it just, I ended up clipping a lot of clips, and then that's all she wrote. So thank God I found the original video on my phone and I posted it. So it doesn't have all the, the speed ups and the cutouts and the clips, and I need to do all that. But, so bear with me, but take what you need. And thanks for following me on my journey. And it has been the last 3 days. I feel like at least a 10% improvement from where I was, and I know that each week that goes by, it's going to be another percentage that I feel better and better. Um, so some of you on my Facebook have asked, well, what are you going to do after your 5 days? Okay, so my plan, see, I have already thought about all of this like way before I even started this day 5. And so the plan the plan is to go from day 1 to day 5 like I'm doing now, and then transition into a fat fasting, either 2 or 3 days. Depends on how I feel tomorrow, and the 5th day will be 2 or 3 days of fat fasting. For those of you that don't know fat fasting, it's where you are fasting on fat. You are taking in more amounts of fat than in macros than any other thing. There's only fat and protein involved, very little protein. Your fat must be more than your protein percentage, and that there's a nil amount of carbohydrates, like cream cheese is a good source of fat on top of an egg, because egg by itself is more protein. So, or you could put grass-fed butter. That's a healthier version of a fat. Now, again, I say that the choices that I'm going to make are based upon a better than me being overweight. So anything is better than where I'm at right now. Okay. So now that I'm heading in the right direction, with being able to roll into a fitness plan, being able to, create those things, and then taper off on as a lifestyle. Because after the 2 to 3 days of fat fasting, then I'll be able to go into 48 hours. So I'll be doing 48 hours back to back. That's my plan. After the 2 to 3 days fat fasting, I believe that, with the first day to the 5 day, it's a jump start for my body, for my metabolism, for focus, for going through the fear of not eating. That's the thing. That's the thing. to break through that fear. Like if you could do 5 days, then you can do 2 days, right? And right into the holidays even. So I'm gonna plan out my eating schedule. 48 hours. I'm gonna do my best around the holidays, and to make better choices and to keep with that routine. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, but you got to listen to your body. So if you're feeling good and nothing's wrong and you want to go 3 days, I might do 3 days, 72 hours. Okay. And then I'll have, so during those days, I will be eating at 1 hour window for those ends of those fasting sessions. And I'm using the Zero app. So none of these are paid or sponsored or anything like that, but trying to get this before it like totally melts. I put ice in it. So now with that, so it's 1 to 5 days of all liquid fasting, and then it is 2 to 3 days of fat fasting, and that's going to help build and keep the fat reserves that my body is just like kind of like I don't want it to get into shock. So much like having fish and you bring fish home to put in your aquarium, you don't just dump the fish right into the aquarium. You got to acclimate it, okay? Because I know me, some of y'all can do cold turkey and stuff like that, but I want to be nice. At the end of the day, I want to be nice and I want to remain the way I am, intact, instead of driving myself crazy, because that's not my lifestyle. My lifestyle is not like that. And I know me, and I know that if I push too hard, then I'm just going to crack and I'm going to end up eating. And that's why a lot of people that are still overweight, that are fasting, have a difficult time maintaining and taking down their weight, because we push too hard and we do too much. And again, it's about impressing ourselves, not anybody else. We don't have anything to prove to anybody else. And for a while I was so like emotionally messed up, because I'm not going to say it, but there's a fasting legend out there that just made women feel like the most, like, said things, and how those words came out made women feel like disgusting about themselves. Okay, and then that doesn't help anything, and it's like, I'm sorry, women are not fat pigs. Women are not, I'm not even going to utter the other words, but that's not a way to get someone to really listen, because at the end of the day, it's what's inside your head that's going to matter for the long run. And then so you got a lot of people just like hurt, like emotionally by it, and not that they're crybabies, but just like you take on a like a thought about yourself, like, oh my god, I am a this, or oh, I am a that, or you know what I'm saying. So it's like, that's not a way to look at it for the long term. No, you're not. And that's a way to look at someone, like fat shaming, and there's enough of that in the world, and people don't need that. So my thing is, building 2 days of fat, then taking it, being able to go on longer, like 48 hours to repeat, instead of doing a 5 day wicked fast and then going into eating regular or eating 48s, because then your body is, I don't, to me, my body would not still be acclimated. It would be like, hold on, you need some fat in your diet. Even like right now, I'm so used to like keto and going on and off keto, and just doing my own keto thing and not really having a rhythm. And so you got to create a rhythm, a routine, and whatever it is you're doing, take time to note it down, really pay attention to your body. And so that's what I wanted to bring on here with you guys today, is that find what's working for you. Make sure you know what you're about to get into, and then make sure you get your electrolytes in, make sure you get your salts in, make sure you get whatever you got to get in to feel good while you're doing this. Otherwise you're going to get tired, you're going to get lethargic, and sleep when you need to sleep. at small increments and take it easy for the first 24 to 48 hours. Don't expect too much from yourself, otherwise you will quit. This is one reason why people are like, I can't handle it. Okay, and if you're feeling like, well, my body's allergic to salt, or my body is this, my body is that, look, if you are having problems with certain issues, or in your body, like me, I was getting, I was kind of getting swollen. I was kind of getting swollen from sitting down at the desk so much that I didn't get up and move around and stretch it out, and prep for the day, get my stretching in, or do any really physical activity, ever since the pandemic. So I let that go, and it caught up to me. And so I needed to change that. And so while I needed to change that, I tried to do a little bit more different style keto, different fasting regimen. And it just, you got to find what works for you again. And then when you find it, stay with that, and then think about how your body's doing and what your next step is. Because if you go into the watching YouTube videos, which I do, you'll find a lot of information. But sometimes you don't get the in between information, and then you go start something, and then you're like, well, it didn't work for me, or um, how did that work? I can't do that. It's because you gotta really, you gotta pay attention. You gotta look at the whole picture. If you're healthy already, what are your eating habits? What are your triggers, the habits, and things like that? And are you doing exercise? I'm not expecting myself to do like cardio or low aerobic for the first week at least. Stretching, yes, because that's something that I wasn't doing in the beginning. So I will stretch more and make it more of a structured stretching and be more conscious about it. So be aware of what you're doing before you start anything. And then in order to be successful, you got to be aware of in the timeline that you've put together for yourself, and then what is going to be your next step. Don't just kind of wait and jump into it haphazardly, because then you are just asking for trouble. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm always excited about something. So, but anyway, I will leave it at that. And you guys take it easy. Have a good night. If you have a question, if you're following along, please drop the comments below. Like this channel, subscribe to this channel, because it helps, and it helps the algorithms, and it helps my business, and me growing and things like that, to be about my business and go get it done. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy. See you tomorrow.